Welcome back to the channel, guys. So as you can see, another new project. It's been a very plump minute since I've uploaded. Not only do we have this new project, we have another one back there, and then yet another one at another location. So it's been a long time. The house has taken up most of the time. Thankfully, we're done with that. Today is actually move-in day, so it has been a night and day difference of all the progress that's went into it. I cannot wait to move in. It's been pretty much a year it took to us to get this thing fully renovated. Still have some its and bits to go, not a big deal, but without further ado, let's get into this thing. Shout out to Mike and his son Max for getting me the opportunity to rebuild this thing. A friend put it into a ditch. It got damaged, obviously, so we're gonna go ahead and put this bad boy back on the road. Sweet thing is, none of the airbags or seatbelts went, so it's the first time I'm not gonna have to gut the entire interior to change it. So I'm looking forward to being back in the S2K. I'm gonna try to hold on to this one because as soon as I sold my silver one, I was like, man, I regretted it. So let's go check it out. I'll show you the damages and what we have to do. It's pretty immaculate down here, besides the damage. So you can see everything's clean, everything's stock. The radiator didn't even get busted during the damage. Valve cover looks crispy. Everything has a VIN number, so it's never been smacked up here in the front. It's gonna need a little bit of pulling because when it went to the ditch, it went. So all the OEM hardware, everything's here. Nothing looks too crunched up. I'm gonna need both front fenders. I'm gonna need the hood, and I'm gonna need a new front bumper for sure. Some of the brackets, like the headlight brackets, I'm gonna have to replace probably, but other than that, there isn't anything that's too significant or a surprise. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of digging, but I already know the torque kind of sensor, the torque steering sensor is gonna get replaced because that thing completely got sheared. So this car can't actually steer at all, so that kind of sucks. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and replace that, and then I'm going to change out the rack possibly. There is some damage on this front corner suspension. Ideally, I get a whole new knee assembly, but I might just try to swap out what is just damaged. I know the inner and outer tie rod are completely toast. Hopefully they didn't mess up the rack. That's why I thought I might need a rack. But we're gonna go ahead and, you know, take a peek underneath there. It's kind of hard to see, but I'll put you guys down there. Underneath there, that the inner tie rod's completely disconnected. I think the delivery driver actually just duct taped it or electric taped it underneath so that the steering wheel remains straight. But from the rack, you see here, just nothingness. And then this is just all tied around with the boot. So maybe the seller did that, which, you know, helped me out since this wheel can remain straight. It was very difficult to get this thing loaded because everyone was putting it on a pretty wide trailer, so it was very hard to put this thing on a trailer. So it ended up finally coming here, which is fun. Quick walk around. As you can see, the rear is pretty much perfect. There's nothing that is damaged back here. There's some gravel and some dirt there on the tire, but that's nothing. I mean, I'm going to change those AP1 wheels out anyways. I don't really like the look of them anyways. They'll be a nice little spare set to have. You see this passenger side looks pretty minty. And then there's the damage. So these headlights actually might be okay. These AP1 headlights. I think I'm going to go ahead and replace the AP1 headlights with the AP2 headlights because I like the look of it better. So I might go AP2 bumper and headlights, and obviously the grill and stuff. This is another great part of the car right here, this interior. So it's pretty much mint. Seats look good, no tears. There's some parts in here that they threw, so that's kind of fun, but I'm gonna just pull that stuff out. And the interior looks super good. I mean, it's super clean in here. So once it gets its first initial cleaning, it's gonna look pretty much new in here. Airbags did not go off, that's amazing. Seat belts are good to go. So that's a huge plus in this car. I'm not gonna have to do that, and I've always did that. Another big plus is there's no rips in this top. Yeah, it has a plastic rear, which I'll probably just end up lightly tinting that because I've done that before. And then, yeah, it looks really good though. There is no other damages besides that front end. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace both front fenders, the hood, the bumper, and any brackets that I need. And then I'm going to go ahead and get it dropped off at the shop so they can do the pooling and aligning, and then I'll have some place to paint it. So this one should be pretty straightforward. The car only has 70,000 miles, which is crazy. and it wasn't enough damage to total it, which is great. But this is kind of just an initial kind of walk around of this car, just so you guys can see. It's going to be a one-stop shop. You can see this bracket is dunzo. This thing is toast. The air pump might still be good though, so that's sweet. We'll see. Maybe I'll run the headlights if all the tabs aren't smacked up. But basically, that car is going to be second in line. I have one car ahead of it, which I haven't introduced in the channel yet. It's a 1982 911 SC Slantnose. That car is sweet. I'll drop a photo in here really quick. It's actually at another location, my cousin's shop, where we have other Porsches, and I need to get that thing up and running, cleaned up a little bit, and I think that one's going to get sold. I did want to do a little bit more on that car. It's very cool and unique. It's a slant nose, narrow body SC, blue interior, white exterior, really cool car. I'm planning to either sell that one or the Targa. So the Targa is the third car. It's a 1982 911 SC Targa, brown, kind of bitter chocolate color, and it has just a black interior, pretty standard. That thing runs and drives, but it has an alternator issue. Charging alternator, something with the fan belt. Basically spend one whole evening just figuring out if it's the actual alternator, if it's the brushes, if it's some kind of sensor, solenoid, So all that stuff, I just need a night to kind of figure that one out, but it's the closest car to being able to run and drive. So the car that I can just get in, start that thing and go. And when it starts up, it sounds good. I got the battery out of that one too. I would show a clip of it starting, which I might. I'll probably insert some clips of it getting delivered and maybe a clip of earlier when I was gonna make a video on it, but it got cut short. So I'll run that clip right now. Maybe that'll be a little brief intro on the 911 Targa. What's up, y'all? We got a new pickup, not only one, a second new addition. So as we're sitting out here, you can see all the dust just like, come take a look. Well, that's a dusty car. So this is an 82 911 Targa, 911 SC Targa. Sadly, the 912E had to go. I couldn't have three projects in the garage. It just doesn't make sense. But this one starts up, runs and drives somewhat. There's a generator light that comes on and off once I'm taking it for a spin. But other than that, it's complete. It needs some TLC. Might need a little bit of paintwork here and there, but it's a sweet car. I've been looking for a Targa for a while. Let's do a little walk around of this car. So the previous owner, he actually swapped out the front seats for 964 seats. So they're pretty sweet. I don't know if the buttons actually function to make it go up and down, left and right, front and back. But I do have the original seats. They just need reupholstered and everything like that. I love the color combination. It's has the upper, the dark brown upper is a black dash. The dash looks like it's in great condition. There's an aftermarket steering wheel. I do have the original steering wheel, but this one is actually one that I like. The wood grain is pretty sweet, and I like that it still has some of like the classic feel while being a little bit updated. The car needs a bunch of cleaning. As you can see, there's some rat or mice poop as usual inside the interior. You gotta love it. This is kind of what you get with these old cars. Squeeze in the back a little bit, you can kind of see more. I took the one carpet out that side. We can take a quick look behind the 77 of some of the extra parts that came with it. So I kind of just put all the parts in one little corner to kind of save some room. But we got a deck lid. It's kind of like the whale, not the whale tail. It's more like it's the same deck lid as on the 77. So I might run it on that car. I do like the slick back on that one. We have another exhaust that came with the car. I think it's a Billy Boat exhaust or something similar. So I'm gonna figure out to either, I like the exhaust on that car, so I might actually put this new one on my 77. We have some seats that also look like they came out of a 996 as well as door panels, and some other random parts here and there that look like they came out of 996. So I still gotta figure out what came with this car. I've been very busy with the house and the other new addition, so I really haven't been able to tackle a lot of what this car is. I still haven't even gotten a chance to wash it yet because we don't have a hose. But soon this week I'm gonna get a hose and give it a quick wash, so kind of go from there. Let's go. Where's the doctor? Buddy, time to go. So those are the three current projects right now, not including the 77 that's been tucked in the corner, my red 77. That's gonna be my long-term project. I wanna do that one slowly and kind of just have that one in the back. I almost wanted to pull the 3.0 out of the SC and put it for that, red car, but I'm not gonna split a car with its matching numbers motor. So I'm gonna go ahead and be working on the 911 SC Slantnose here in the next week because the house is basically wrapped up. I'm gonna insert a little clips of some teasers of the house because this thing's completely done. There's stuff that needs to get finished up. A couple wires are hanging here for the pendants. Who cares? We're gonna be living in here finally. It's super sweet. Once I'm done with the SC, I'm gonna do a few videos on that, just getting it running, cleaning it up, and just presenting it to any potential buyers because it's a very cool car. I wanted to get back on the road. I can't sit on cars for years and years and years having them rot. Yeah, these 911s, they kind of collect value over the years, but I would rather make a little bit, send it off to a home where it's gonna get actually complete. Just like I did with the 912E, which if you haven't known already, the 912E is gone. It went down to Chicago area and it's getting restored. So that car is already running. And the new owner is basically gonna get that thing back on the road. And that's what I like to see what happen with these cars. So first on the chopping block is a 911 SC. It's gonna get done. I have a potential buyer as is, but I still wanna try to tinker with it and get it to run. Second is gonna be the S2K. Should be pretty easy. Sourcing parts, dropping it off, getting it painted, should be done. And then the Targa. So the Targa, it's super close to being ready, done to running and driving, but it still needs to get some troubleshooting. So that one, I'm hoping to get it troubleshooted right before the season gets warm again, so early springtime, and I'll have a car that can run and drive for the season. So I'll have Targa and I'll have the S2K. So those ideally will be the cars I can enjoy with my son. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a 3.5-month-old now. So love being a dad, it's amazing. Obviously I get less time to work on stuff and obviously I get less sleep, but totally worth it. Shout out to all the dads and parents out there. Shout out to people trying to, because it's a blessing to be a parent. So at the end of the day, that's just a little quick update of all the cars. I still have to update you guys on the 964 Turbo, the 73 911 E or T Targa white car, and also the Targa storage find has already been sold months ago on Bring a Trailer, so that one's gone. The turbo is getting disassembled, the 930 turbo, the big red engine, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff progressing. So a lot of stuff is coming to the channel once I am back at it because the house is under wraps. So I'll be back here shortly. This is just kind of an intro. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have an amazing Christmas and a new year. Keep an eye out for the next video coming out on the SC. I'm planning to be there this week after work, kind of knocking some stuff out, making sure it can run on some new gas. Hope you guys have been well. Be sure to stay tuned. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time. Be blessed and be superish. That's gonna take two people, all right. I thought I was gonna be able to get this thing up myself. I think I'm Superman sometimes, but I'm super-ish. Gotta get a good ump. Oh, damn, strong. I'm strong. Dang it, I should have went faster. I knew the front wheels were coming. I had the momentum. What a rookie mistake. Let's try that again. Actually, in the front. This is easy. Just don't push it into the 911, no. Who said I'm not strong? What? Who said I'm not strong? What? Wheel clear. Peace.